They thought the ghost was a little girl. They were wrong. This unassuming house exists in Atchison, Kansas. From the outside, it looks perfectly normal, just another home on another quiet street. But it's considered one of the most haunted houses in America, a place with a story that chills even the most seasoned paranormal investigators. According to local legend, a young girl named Sallie once lived here. The story goes that she fell ill with appendicitis. The doctor performed an emergency surgery right here in the house. But tragically, Sallie never woke up. She never left the house alive. Soon after her death, strange things began to happen. The first whispers of a haunting started to spread, centering around the spirit of a little girl who couldn't move on. At first, the experiences were subtle, almost innocent. Visitors to the house reported hearing the soft patter of footsteps when no one was there. Faint whispers seemed to drift from empty rooms. Many felt the distinct presence of a child moving through the house at night. As if she were still playing in her former home, toys would reportedly move on their own, and people felt a gentle, curious energy around them. For a while, it seemed like the ghost of Sallie was just a lonely, harmless spirit. But over time, the atmosphere in the house began to shift. The playful, childlike presence started to feel different. It became heavier, darker, and more oppressive. The energy no longer felt curious. It felt angry. The once subtle activity grew more aggressive. What started as a sad story about a little girl was evolving into something far more sinister, and the residents started to feel like they weren't just being watched, but targeted. This change led many paranormal experts to a terrifying conclusion. Some believe Sallie was never the only spirit in the house. A more powerful, malevolent entity may have been there all along, using the tragic story of the little girl as a mask, a clever disguise to hide its true nature. This darker presence might have been feeding off the energy and fear generated by the haunting, growing stronger while everyone's attention was focused on the ghost of a child. It wasn't Sallie they needed to be afraid of. The activity escalated dramatically. People reported objects not just moving, but being thrown across rooms with violent force. Doors didn't just creak, they slammed shut on their own, trapping people in rooms. The most disturbing reports were physical. Visitors and residents described feeling pushed, scratched, and even burned by an unseen force. The house was no longer just haunted, it was hostile. The feeling of being physically attacked without anyone being there became a terrifying reality for those who dared to stay. It's no surprise that many who tried to live here, or even just stay for a short time, left early and in a hurry. Some packed their bags in the middle of the night, too terrified to spend another minute inside. Many refused to ever return, haunted by their experiences long after they left. The house had crossed a line from a place of paranormal curiosity to a site of genuine fear and danger. It became clear that whatever was inside didn't want visitors. Today, the Sallie House is known worldwide among paranormal enthusiasts and investigators. But it's not known as a home. It's known as a warning about what can happen when a place becomes a focal point for dark energy, and a cautionary tale about how a seemingly innocent ghost story can hide a much more terrifying truth. Some spirits simply ask for our attention, hoping to tell their story. Others, however, demand our fear. The question is, would you be brave enough to stay the night and find out which one lives here? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.